Bonjour YouTube. Hi, I'm Kiko. We are going to start a new series where we talk about dating in Paris. And today we have so many questions from our viewers, so let's get into them.
Hello Kiko!
Hi.
So our viewers are really interested. So you're a fashion model and one of the viewers is asking what would be the best outfit for a perfect first date?
I go really simple. I think, being in Paris, always wearing black helps to get into that like feminine and sexy energy that I really like, and I feel like wearing black is a total killer for a first date. And after that, it depends on the type of body you have. Personally, I'm very tall, so I like to wear like a long black dress, and maybe with a nice coat. It's really nice to wear something black because it's very chic and it's Paris and it's fun.
Great! So we're wearing black going on a first date. And one of the viewers asked a question. So basically, she came back home at midnight after the first date and she just said, I felt so horrible. I never want to go on a date again because the guy was very different from what I thought he would be when talking to him online. And I just felt my whole energy drained. So what do you think about us? What are your thoughts, Kiko?
First of all, I'm so sorry for your friend because she must have put so much effort into that date and she was excited, and it's always a disappointment when you meet somebody from dating app and then talking maybe for a bit and you finally meet and then the date didn't go as she expected. What I would normally do is really put the bare minimum effort into the first day because that's how I manage my expectations for the first date.
Ah, interesting.
And I tell the guy that I have like 1 hour to catch up or to meet in person, and I would keep it very like light, legit, like
So
like
you have the boundaries and you speak about the time beforehand so that he knows what he can expect.
exactly, and that way you're also not like putting yourself in a situation where you have to stay so long. You can leave basically whenever you want to, and let's say you guys are really enjoying the day, then you can extend it as well, right? But I think it's always good to manage your expectations by communicating the time with him, and also not putting too much effort into your makeup, outfit. I would always wear what I already have, and I would also actually go bare minimum for makeup. I mean, just something nice that makes you feel good and sexy, but not exaggeration.
Yes, so basically instead of thinking of like having an emergency plan, having someone call you so that you need to go somewhere, instead of that, like a very polite and educated way would be to tell him to begin with, okay, I have a certain time today, maybe half an hour or 1 hour, and then start short, and if you're enjoying yourself, you can always prolong it, as opposed to actually starting with a long date with someone you don't really know well enough. Is
I
that...
would say so, yeah. But sometimes, there are exceptions where maybe a guy wants to take you out to dinner, and then you have to ask yourself, are you comfortable doing that? And if you're not, then you just communicate that with him, like I prefer to have a drink with you as first dates. But if you feel comfortable, then why don't you go for dinner? It's case by case, but I think
Yes.
it's always good to like kind of keep it to bare minimum effort so you don't get
Yes.
disappointed, because when you are so disappointed, like your friend, it will take more courage for her to go on another new date, and you don't want that for yourself. And I just think that it's always healthy to keep and manage our expectations.
Yes. So managing the expectations with like having the expectations basically low to begin with, as opposed to being super excited about someone who might not be how we idealize him for some
I
reason.
feel that way. I don't know how you feel, but I think it's much more exciting when the second day is even better than the first day, and third day is better.
Exactly.
Not
Yes.
the other way around. I think the first date is really just a time to get to know someone and to see if you vibe with him or not. So I will keep it very.
That makes a lot of sense. Personal question, but what would be the 3 first things you would look into when you see a guy? I think
someone that, so I'm a model, so I really work on my confidence, because when I'm on the runway, when I'm on the set, I have to be someone for myself to believe in my work, and nobody's gonna tell me that I look wonderful, every other model looks wonderful, you know. So I have to be the one that is secure within my body, secure within my mindset, secure within my soul, and I always reminding myself to be confident. When I go on a date with a guy, I always look for someone that is confident. I can normally tell by looking at him in his eyes whether he is someone that is confident within himself or not so much. And so confidence is everything. Confidence in himself is the first thing I look for. Second thing is probably, as much as I don't want to say, stability is very important, that somebody is stable emotionally and yes, financially at times as well. I think that somebody that carries this provider mindset, not just in terms of finance, but someone that is ready to protect you, you know, emotionally, and that is there for you, and not just someone that is partying all night and when you need him, you know, you want that for yourself. So I would definitely look for some kind of stability in a guy. And the third thing, oh my god, I'm tall, so I will look for someone that is tall. That's just my personal preference, but it's okay if it's 180 as well.
Okay, so what else except for the height would be the things you would physically look for?
It's linked to what we talked about earlier, confidence. It's how he carries himself, how he, just walking on the street or in a restaurant, how he carries himself, what kind of energy he carries is definitely something I look for.
I heard you had this experience with a guy who was quite good looking, interesting person, but somehow he was really insecure and even like he was blushing. And can you tell us more about this experience?
Yes, I find him cute, and I also met this guy from online. When I saw him in person, he was like blushing, he was so red. Actually, I had like 2 guys like that. And they were cute, but you know, there's something about, again, his energy and their energy that is like made me put in a masculine energy, which is something that I expect a guy to be in. So, you know, whenever I date, I always make sure that I'm also in a well-rested feminine energy. So I can be playful, I can be fun, I can be myself, I can be just funny, you know. But like masculine energy, where you have to work, you have to get stuff done, your mind is more on the survival mode, I guess. So you are not gonna feel so playful, you know. You are more in the corporate business energy.
Yes.
This is something that I don't want. And I think meeting these guys that are like very shy, for me, put me in that masculine energy, which kind of come to the conclusion that I don't want to.
Yes, so he was even intimidated by you and by meeting, and then he couldn't really express himself in the way. So energy, it seems like it's everything. It's more than the looks or more than everything, do you think?
Yeah, and in that energy there's like a piece of peace.
Yes.
Beautiful. Not everybody has that, you know. You just, for me, what I care about when I date someone is how I feel around them, how I feel around him. Like, do I feel safe? I listen to my body more than my mind, because your body is sometimes smarter than your mind, I think.
Yes.
So if your body, let's say you are dating like a total playboy and you're so excited and you're always like feeling like on top of the world, but your body is somehow telling you that you don't know, like, you know, if he's gonna leave today or tomorrow, not giving you assurance, you know, and
Yes.
you're not gonna feel safe. If you really listen to your body, you know the answer, you know that you don't feel totally safe, you know. So I always try to listen to my body, and I think that it knows very, very well.
So peace is more than excitement.
Yeah,
Is that the takeout from today's interview?
Yeah, cool.
Great. Thank you so much, Kiko, and looking forward seeing you again.
Thank you for watching.